afternoon. It's 10 minutes past 2, and this is Noyaa Tv Midday News. And we're streaming live from our studios here at Monty Street, Accra, Ghana. This is the midday news on Noyaa TV, and I am Princess Vivian Ufosuima Ayubi. Let's take a look at today's headlines. Gaming Commission refers 5.16 million Ghana cedis locked up in SIC to Attorney General. Feeding fee for prisoners to increase from 1 cedi 80 pesos to 5 Ghana cedis. Former NLA board chair uses MFWA for 10 million Ghana cedis over KGLM report. These and many other stories will come your way in the next 30 minutes. Do stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the next stories. The government has approved an increase in the daily feeding fee for prisoners from 1 cedi 80 pesos to 5 Ghana cedis 15 years after the rate was reviewed. The Minister for Interior, Mr. Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, disclosed this when he appeared before the PAC, Public Accounts Committee of Parliament on Tuesday, September 30, 2025.
The minister said the new rates would be captured in the 2026 budget following presidential approval, with 10 million Ghana cedis expected to be released to cover the last quarter of this year after he appeared before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament. Members of the committee described the current 1 cedi 80 pesos allocation, which has remained unchanged since 2010, as inadequate for providing 3 meals a day to inmates. The Director General of the Ghana Prison Service, Mrs. Patience Bafo-Boni, told the committee that once the feeding arrangement is poor, it affects the health and general well-being of prisoners. A member of the committee, Mr. Sebastian Frede, compared the figure to the 2 cedi 50 pesos per child per day under the school feeding program and said the situation violated the Mandela rules, which require the provision of adequate food for prisoners. He called on the government to release the approved funds without delay to reduce the strain on the prison system. Mrs. Bafo-Boni explained that the Ghana Prison Service has been supplementing rations with produce from gardens, fish ponds, and poultry projects across various facilities, as well as occasional support from churches. She warned that food shortages remain the main cause of unrest in prisons and stressed that improving rations is necessary to maintain order and protect prison officers. She added that while the new 5 Ghana cedi rate has been approved, the service will continue to push for a further increase during the 2026 fiscal year to reflect the real cost of feeding adults in
Former board chairman of the National Lottery Authority, Gary Nimakumafu, sued 4 journalists and the Media Foundation of West Africa for defamation. The case follows a report that claimed the NLA handed over 3 billion business to KGL in exchange for 170 Ghana cedis annually. The Minister of Education, Haruna Ijusu, has assured newly posted teachers that government is taking urgent steps to address the prolonged salary arrears that have left many of them working for months without pay.
The Member of Parliament for Tamale South described the situation as unacceptable labor practice and pledged to ensure the matter receives immediate attention. Speaking at the Jubilee House on Tuesday after receiving a petition from the aggrieved teachers, Mr. Idrisu says he has received a humble petition from the picketing teachers. He is assuring them that he will walk the talk on the issue of the unfair labor treatment that has meted out to them. He further told them to be assured that he is on top of the matter. The minister further revealed the government is planning to recruit 53,000 additional teachers into the Ghana Education Service and the technical and vocational education and training sector as part of efforts to address staffing challenges in schools. His remarks followed a test by teachers from 2022 batch of the Colleges of Education and University graduates who marched from Obrasport at Kwame Nkrumah Circle through the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Finance before converging at the Jubilee House to demand payment of their salaries and improved working conditions.
NPP Communications team member Kwesi Kwarteng has launched a scathing assessment of Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's chances in the party's flag bearer race, boldly predicting decisive victory for Kennedy Japan.
According to Mr. Kwarteng, several key figures who once backed Dr. Bawumia have abandoned his camp, leaving his campaign structure in decline. Speaking, the communications member dismissed recent polling data from Global Info Analytics, which pegged Kennedy Ejapon support at just 17%. He questioned both the credibility and methodology of the survey, suggesting the possible bias. Mr. Kwarteng insisted that while the polls may underestimate Kennedy Ejapon's popularity, the broader trend is unmistakable. Dr. Bawumia's support fan base is shrinking, with growing grassroots backing from the Ascent Central MP. He expressed confidence that Ejapon would secure an outright victory in the first round of the party's primaries. On concerns about Ejapon's fiery personality, he urged delegates to prioritize leadership qualities and competence over temperament.
President of Imani Africa, Franklin Kudjo, has taken aim at the government approach to address illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey, warning that endless dialogues and stakeholder meetings are yielding little results.
According to Mr. Franklin Kudjo, the state's heavy dependence on dialogues reflects a lack of political will at a time when the destructive effects of illegal mining on water bodies, farmlands, and forest reserves continue to worsen. Mr. Kudjo stressed that it is time to shift from talk to concrete action, including stronger enforcement and existing laws, empowering state institutions, and holding complicit officials accountable. Mr. Kudjo pointed out that President Mahama made illegal mining a central issue during his campaign and should therefore already appreciate the urgency it demands. While acknowledging the presidency's stance against hastily declaring state of emergency, he insisted that stronger, more decisive measures are needed. The Imani Africa president recommended securing illegal mining hotspots, simultaneously ensuring that only licensed and properly registered miners are allowed to operate and sanctioned unlicensed operators. He dismissed the upcoming engagement as a meet and greet and underscored the need for accountability and clear timelines.
We'll take a quick break. When we are back, we'll continue the stories in details.
We say no,
staying with us. Now we continue with the stories. The NPP board leaders in the Eastern region have taken aim at 15 NPP MPs, accusing them of undermining party unity and working against Dr. Brian Echambu. Yeah, in a statement signed by Romina Ayensu Dorakwashi and Elizabeth Atuobi, the NPP board leaders expressed great disappointment. The MPs led.
In a statement signed by Wilhelmina Ayesu, Dora Kwashi, and Elizabeth Atobi, the MPP board ladies expressed great disappointment in the conduct of the 15 MPs, describing their actions as selfish and destructive. The MPs, led by Achiase legislator Kofi Ahinkramafu, had earlier declared their support for Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. According to the board ladies, their conduct gives true meaning to Speaker Alban Bagbin's criticism that some MPs act like kindergarten pupils, thereby diminishing public respect for Parliament. We shall not allow them to mortgage the future of the region and the party at large for their personal gains or gratification. Hate and envy can't win and won't win, the group stressed.
Ghana's annual consumer inflation eased further in September 2025, dropping to 9.4% from 11.5% in August, the lowest level since August 2021, the Ghana Statistical Service has reported. This marks the ninth consecutive decline this year, strengthening optimism that the country is recovering from its most severe economic crisis in decades. Government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu linked the decline to easing food prices relative to non-food items. The latest GSS data show that food inflation declined sharply to 11.0% in September from 14.8% in August. Non-food inflation also eased, dropping to 8.2% from 8.7% over the same period. Inflation for locally produced items fell to 10.1% in September from 12 to 2% in August, while imported items recorded 7.4% compared with 9.4% the previous month. A petition filed against the New Patriotic Party's Bono Regional Chairman, Kwame Bafo, has been forwarded by the party's National Secretariat to the Disciplinary Committee for inquiry. The Teachers and Educational Workers Union, TEU, of the Traders Union Congress, TUC, Ghana, has suspended its indefinite strike, which began on 19 September 2025.
The union announced the suspension on Wednesday, 1st October, after nearly 2 weeks of industrial action by staff of Ghana Education Service, Public and Technical Universities, and Ghana Museums and Monuments Board, and the Ghana Library Authority. The strike, which was declared to demand the conclusion and signing of various conditions of service through the involvement of the Ministry of Labour, Employment and Jobs, the National Labour Commission, and the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. It culminated a crucial meeting on 29th September 2025 between TEU leadership and Fair Wages and Salaries Commission and the employer institutions.
It's now time for sports, but before that, we'll take a short breather. When we are back, we'll continue with the stories.
You find natural me a Sarah. Ngbe fen di Sarah Sechi. Nhone la apapa oku asala. Nshapo egbe di Mega Grace. Beke bene fen la Noyaa TV. Nko Kenya na ntashe di ne hien phone me nkwe. Me nkwe la Noyaa TV. Aja ka meji oni bi pakpai ye no amechon wo. Ne ame wo nga ye ni bi srote na meji amechon wo mi. mo fe mo na nga wo ke jo mi ni mi na ke ameba ke ha ga dan mi fe ni no fe no ni ameji o wo ke kase o ni wo mi kase ni bi pi
La Noyaa TV, #1 station in Labadi. Come on, station ko be. Je ni mi fi mention La Noyaa TV #1. Yo, mo fiamo support La Noyo. Benye leake Labadi ewo noni. Labadi is the money land. Laji gateway to Africa. Ni La Noyaa TV e bi ne wona me. I'm Baba Rolex from Labadi. La man fem for me, Germany in jail. Keep watching La Noyaa TV #1. Mwah.
Achomi Agnes Mensah. Each one your professional city managers. Main council La Noyaa TV ke ha nye fe ke ha ni bi pakpa na amejio. Educative and entertainment programs na me fi oda keda. Ameba ake shamba wala manfe ke gan dangbe fe. Ewo main council ame ke ha nye ake mo fiamo akwe ame La Noyaa TV the best e ba ke ha ga dangbe fe onye fe nya wo mami ye chi ko memi bye bye.
If I show me Millicent now quality, in shop egbeji, me kwati ni says clothing, where la oko asra. If I ne what feel nibi babao, to work wedding gown, work suits, women's suits, men's wear, but what feel neke palazzo ne bane, work nibi babao, or me recommend La Noyaa TV, ken hanye, ake mo femo akwe. Ke ha entertainment ni amefio ni kase moni yo jeme kono wanya wakase ni bi pakpa ke jeme eja ake ame ba ke ha gadangbe bi fenke.
Thank you for staying tuned. We'll continue with the next story, which is sports. French forward Antoine Griezmann reached a major career milestone on Tuesday, September 30th, scoring 200 goals for Atletico Madrid in their 5-1 victory over Frankfurt in the UEFA Champions League.
Antoine Griezmann, Atletico Madrid's all-time leading scorer, reached another milestone with his 200th goal for the club, finishing from close range after a Julian Alvarez assist in the first half stoppage time. To celebrate, the French forward held up a jersey bearing a number 200 and his nickname Greasy. He later had a second goal ruled out for handball in the 67th minute. Griezmann became Atletico's record scorer in January 2024 when he netted against Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup semi-final, surpassing club legend Luis Aragonés' tally of 173 goals.
And in entertainment, Kidi says discipline and grace helped him stay away from womanizing. Ghanaian musician Kidi has opened up about his personal life, shedding light on the driving forces behind his focus and dedication to his music career. Juliet Asante, former director of the National Film Authority, who also founded the Black Star International Film Festival, is urging Parliament to prioritize the passage of Creative Tax Incentive Bill to attract more investment into Ghana's film industry.
In an interview with the media at the 10th anniversary of Black Star International Film Festival in Accra, Juliet Asante expressed concern about delays in passing the legislation, warning that Ghana risks losing out on major production deals. She says the creative arts industry urgently needs a tax incentive. Juliet further admonished that before she left office, they finalized a comprehensive tax incentive document ready for Parliament. It is imperative that we move beyond conversations and actually implement these changes if we genuinely wish to attract substantial investment into our film industry, she added.
This is where time will allow us for. By then, do stay tuned because we have more stories coming up in the next segment. And also, this midnight news will continue tomorrow, same time, 2 o'clock p.m. prompt. Thank you.
Menyami yo Doris Jagboko Bene. Nkemi Shenkpe la Noyaa TV to ebolo ifen onupai ke can be. Inhi adafitra, me sha adafitra. Nink ba for pan o maha mo femo. Ake echencho. Ye neken station ne wo ba boen twemo keni kasemo ho. Da ho. Oba die no kokko ni ba chon wo ni kasemo koken. Sane ba koken. Me she ke tumo ke nyamo. Bibi ni wo ba anya wo fe ke ha wo ma no ya. Ke ha wo nyeme bibi ni mbagba ku ehu no ya. Oblantai ke bibi fen meni ye school ke meni be school fen mo ba gbe mo fen mo. Ni wonya ke ye ni kasemo me. Ni bi ni wo ba yue he e ko me ba do mo shike ha CCHD say program e. Ka gbene absolute healthcare be biano to New York ke ha gbo mo no ya. Yes, ni bi so te bibi ni ba wo mana mo. Ke ni bi ni ba hele ma shi. Ke ni bi ni wo fen wo ba anya wo susuwe. Ni ehane wadi no ya ashwele ye la ma mi ke ha la ma bi wo be kenye nu gbe mi twa da fina ke echenchon ko ba fu e ke no ko ye ne ke pa ne ye ne ke TV station ne ni da ho wo ba ji wo hen chile ke no ko ken wo be nye pa gbe e ba echenchon e ba fu e nye radon ke mi to ebo.
Bena ke cho mi je ulanga swele lai meji onupa ke hani kasemo gbeni femo ni kasemo gbeni femo ne wa bona fe ni garimo eyano na kan pepepe la Noyaa TV hu ka me kon ewo shishin bona fe ni kasemo ne ke gbe koko me fe ni fata he enye ni eyano ameji gbeja no toko ni nsumo ni amewo gadangbe no ke ha gadangbe bi fe wo ke enye fata wo he wo no
yo ayami me Achomi Ovula Alfredos mi anyete ni midomo la director of municipal assembly na as chief executive ni domo wo ni me wo no TV station la Noyaa TV ni amebo mode wa ame John ni bi ni han wo kase ni bi pi e wo masumo ake ho ma bi fe bi orana the Kamabata TV here ni wo so wa channel ke la Noyaa TV ni kasemo ke mission na mo na me chon wo fe wona ni wo kwe ni ekudo wo ni fe mo ke wala shinlemi